Hello to all the spirits. I am seeking spirits in a specific cemetery in Scotland, Edinburgh, Scotland. It is this one right here. I don't know how to pronounce it without butchering it, but it's Warriston. Again, Edinburgh. If you reside there, you can tell me your name. But there is a known famous thing that resided there, and a portion of it still resides there, not the whole thing, unfortunately. So basically in the 1980s, it was heavily vandalized and eventually demolished, but a portion of it still exists. And again, if the spirits can tell me what this thing is, or what it resembles, or for who, that'd be awesome. And if you want to say your name, you can, and maybe your story, if you have one. I'm going to use the Spirit Talker app. And these devices that are here for you to be able to communicate with me through the EMF meter, which is the black device, by lighting it up to
manifest.
By lighting it up to yellow or higher, stronger, yes, can be orange or red. And any of these balls that are here that are clear, if you were to give it a tap or try to pick it up, they light up and they're harmless to you. So maybe they're informing me that there's a spirit that manifests there at this specific cemetery. So it is a very old cemetery, and it is now very much probably heavily guarded due to all the vandalism that has happened. Just here's a glimpse of some headstones that were, could be the vandalism. It could also be nature, but it's very packed with the headstones. Here's some more. Again, we're in Scotland, and here's some more. Okay, so it's very, very, very.
You are admired.
Why, thank you. It is very. Let's see how many there are total. Well, it's not super big, but it is known to have about 8,432 records found in this. But that doesn't mean that's all that rests there. They may not even been entered. If they're way beyond the 1700s, 1800s, it may not all be here. Again, this is a private cemetery now. So, yeah. And there is also a crematorium that is nearby. Well, it's in the same area kind of thing, but it's separate. But it is in that area too. So since I can't travel the world, I'm having them travel to me. I hope that helps. So it was opened in 1843, the cemetery, and it was designed by Edinburgh architect David Cousin. It was the first garden cemetery in Edinburgh and proved a model for several other Scottish cemeteries. And in private ownership until 1994, the cemetery was bought out by the city of Edinburgh. Parts of this cemetery are heavily overgrown, but restoration has begun. Food? Well, I did have food just a bit ago. I had dinner. Is that something you also enjoyed eating? Food? So the Edinburgh Cemetery Company expanded their business in 1929 into the then new field of cremation, converting the East Warriston house into its crematorium on the adjacent side to the east. So there you go. So hopefully that helps so you understand what the cemetery, when it was established and all that stuff. So if there are any spirits that reside in this cemetery, and you know about what supposedly haunts the place, or what is known for, again, there's several stories, but this one in particular I'm interested in. And sadly, it was unfortunately heavily vandalized and demolished. The monument, and only a portion of it was salvaged. And it's not even sure why somebody would vandalize that. But yeah, there's no peace.
There is no peace.
Are you referring to the vandalism that kept happening at the cemetery? You guys couldn't rest in peace without people destroying either your headstone or the headstones near you? Sorry.
People are coming.
People are coming. Like I was saying, again, the people that were probably coming in to unfortunately do damage in that cemetery, especially in the 1980s. So, like I said, I have a story. Maybe they can tell me the name of the person. Again, the famous known person about that cemetery. They've written, we're going to Scotland, Edinburgh. Warriston Cemetery. Probably butchering these names on the cemetery. I do apologize. Peril. Alright. Again, anything that's not a name, I'm just gonna let it be. So if you are here and you reside in this cemetery, walk further.
Walk further.
Are you letting people know about people walking at that cemetery? Maybe that's what you say to them, to walk further, to find you. Maybe you guide them to you, to your spirit. It did say manifest at the very beginning, see? Sleeping. That is interesting. Because again, the monument is, well, here. I will show you. So here's the monument, and it did say sleeping. So again, the supposed famous, it is a person that was unfortunately, her monument was demolished, and it was a lot beautiful before it was, damaged. And this is all that remains, is the sleeping, maybe they can say it later, but person. So I will go ahead and see if I can find a picture of the cemetery's monument before. Sir? Are you referring to it being a sir, like a him? Or are you being polite? Maybe being polite? So again, trying to find the picture of, okay. So it was something like this. Before it got destroyed and demolished. So again, that monument is of someone sleeping. And all that's left is, again, the body. I mean, literally, it's just in a bed of roses, or, yeah, literally, is it roses? So if they can tell me the name of the person, and it is interesting because she supposedly was cremated by her, okay, it is a female. You guys will eventually find that out. By her husband. And supposedly she has two places. Her actual place of where her cremation is, and this is her monument. Because again, rest, yes.
Rest.
So that's where you rest. So apparently she may have a grave known as this right here. But the tomb, or in this case, the monument, resides in this cemetery in Edinburgh because her husband, right here, this guy, was from was born in Edinburgh, and that's probably where they met. Roman. But yes, like I said, unfortunately I did eventually have to spill the beans. I was trying not to, but I did. They can still say it on here. But again, it is known for that. There is, again, another term for that person. They can maybe mention it. Ill. So again, the lady, she was 31 when she passed away, very young. She could have been ill. I don't know if it states this. It just says that she was a daughter of blah, blah, blah. And then she was, again, married to the General Alexander from the 8th King's Regiment. And they had only one son, that name right there, if it pops up. So yeah, it doesn't show me how she passed away. Let's see this story. So there is the lady's grave at this place in India, but it's in cursive, and that's not going to help me. So it doesn't, box. I mean, I don't know. Oh, like flower box? Like where she's laying? I mean, it's kind of boxy. So I did get Roman. I'm just seeing if it's a name that resides there. No. There is nobody with that name, Roman. Ugh. So again, she was 31. I do not know how she passed, but she could have been ill. She definitely died very young. And there are 2 places where she resides. Well, not resides, but one's a monument. And the other one is her supposed grave. And again, she was cremated by her husband. But if you are a spirit that resides in the Warriston Cemetery in Edinburgh, Scotland, you can also put your name in. And hold on. Beware of the dark.
Beware of the dark.
Okay. Sorry, it shifted a bit. But yeah, like I said, I just was curious about being able to seek spirits in other countries, including, Scotland, places I can't travel to because of not able to fly. If only I was not so afraid to fly. But anyways, again, the spirits can come to me and we can communicate this way. And I can tell their story. Use camera, which I am.
Use camera.
I am using a camera. I'm filming right now. So if you want to, again, put yourself out there for others to know you exist, you can. Again, you can light up any of these balls that are here, or clear, but when you tap them, they light up beautiful colors. That's the only way they're going to light up is if you touch them. Or if I do, but that's usually when I demonstrate. So I would have to do a lot more digging if I can, and revolving around how she passed away. But I have a feeling she could have been ill. Oh wait, you know what? I don't know if it will let me type that in. Let me do a little bit of Googling on this lady. West?
West.
Well, what's interesting is I just mentioned how there is a crematory on the west side, I believe. I just mentioned that. Maybe they're letting me know that somebody maybe resides in the west side of it, which could be the crematorium. Oh. Well, the story is this. Yeah, you're going to see part of it anyways, but she died by doing that. Right there in the bowl down, where my finger? I don't even know where my finger is. But at the very end it says that. Interesting. Okay. George? Hi, George.
George.
So now I know how, so it wasn't her passing away young due to ill. It could have been another spirit. I'm going to try to type in George, which definitely sounds like a name. Wait a minute. Never mind. I thought it was like her family. Never mind. So there is the witch is here?
The witch is here.
Is that letting me know that there's a witch that resides there too? Is there a witch that resides at the cemetery in Edinburgh, Scotland? There are a lot of Georges, by the way. 266. So I don't know which one you are, but there is a bunch. So if you're a George that resides there, hello. Welcome. But it did say West George. Hold on. Was it the west side that had the crematorium? No, it said East Warriston House into the crematorium, so it's the east. So no, we want to be in the west. Okay. But just in case, I could look up you in the crematorium, just in case. And then let you guys know that there's 37 Georges that are in this crematorium. There's a lot. I'm just wondering if there's a George with that same last name, maybe? Oh, there is. Never mind. So there is a few Georges that have that last name. So are you related?
Man.
Man? Yeah, so are you guys related to the lady? Or the man? I mean, that guy, her husband? Ugh. Are you related to Alexander? In any form of way? Blood? Or family? Because, again, if I shorten it up, I have 5. And here are the 5. Permission?
Permission.
So I don't know if this is like maybe a family member. Let me go to that guy again. Alexander, let me go to him. I don't know if it tells me who his parents are or not. It just says he was born in Edinburgh. Person?
Person.
Person? Yeah, I don't know. It's just unfortunately not letting me know who his parents are. Be interesting if we find out that his parents are yeah, if his parents were George. We'd have to do a lot of digging, maybe. But who knows? He was again born 1816 and passed away 1884. So again, I just try to limit the 266 Georges by putting the same last name as the supposed lady. And sure enough, it definitely narrowed it down to 5. I'm not sure if this is indeed the George that was coming through, but I did try to narrow it down. And I am just curious. It says the witch is here, then it says man. Is there a witch that is his, like it's a he? The witch is a he? Maybe? Oh.
We're not bad.
We're not bad? Well, I didn't think you were. And by the way, it's raining. Does this help spirits gain energy by having the water coming from the sky down to here? Does it allow you to have more energy? I take that as a yes. Well, if that's the case, you should be able to tap a capel, because they got 3 light sources and the rain. Double way. Yep, Deceptive?
Deceptive.
Deceptive. Well, deceptive is giving an appearance or an impression different from the true one, misleading. Maybe somebody felt like that, deceptive. So, yeah, it's unfortunate that is it possible that the lady can come here? Can she come here to let me know her name? How she passed away so young? Could she come and join this session? Sin?
Sin.
So maybe there's some spirits that had some sin. I mean, one thing, if she can tell me her son's name, her name, again, the color of what's related to her. Oh,
I'm from the 1400s.
okay. Well, that's definitely not going to be in the cemeteries. Are you on that land of Edinburgh, Scotland? Did you by chance maybe passed away in a battle that may have been fought in the 1400s? Or maybe you were a settler there, and then, it's very long ago, and you just passed away on that land. Or you can be quiet. So I know there's some other cemeteries out there that are supposedly haunted, but again, this one caught my attention, and when it said Edinburgh in Scotland, I'm like, oh, cool. I did want to, again, seek spirits in other areas, including that, or Ireland, or Norway, or Japan, or stuff like that. So hopefully this helps you guys to come through and communicate with me and be known that you exist. And again, if you do, I know that the EMF meter, I can protect you.
I can protect you.
Well, thank you. So again, I know that they can utilize this device that's right here that they've been lighting up, but we have these other round clear balls that are here for you to tap, pick up, move, and they'll light up. I can't see you at all. Zilch, none. I can't, not even a shadow, not even an orb. The only way that I'm able to know you're really here is if you're able to tap a cat ball. Any 5 of these one of them has to work for you. Please let me know you're here. So I did get, again, George, but like I said, there's so many Georges that I can't tell. Oh, I got this.
Thank you for respect.
You're welcome. Spite.
Spite.
All right. So I don't know if any of these people. Bill?
Bill.
I do have 4 William Robertsons. I know, I'm just going with the last name of them because I know there's going to be, once I take off that last name, but just so you know who these people are. Not sure if they're related to that man, the husband, but again. Let me see, what was her last name? Manson? I wonder if there's anybody with that last name. But here, if you are curious, the children are listening.
The children are listening.
So we do have 8 that are listed with that last name or her maiden name. And sure enough, I do have a George. So here's the names. So I got that right there. And then I got Private George Manson. So there you go. That is interesting how I did get, and there are some more, by the way. There is no William Manson, but there is 569.
They blamed me.
They blame you? 569 Williams reside in that cemetery. And interesting enough, the very first one actually has the nickname showing Bill. From 1928 to 2006. William Adams. Is this you? The William, aka Bill? I mean, there are 569. I'm sure there are others that have that nickname, but that is the very first one that popped up. Unfortunately, we can't narrow it down to nicknames, but I'll scroll for a bit, see if there's others. And so for in the B's, and I'm not getting anything with the nickname, so for that was the only one. And again, I'm not going to actually scroll all the way. But yeah, So let me click on this one. He was 77. You must help.
You must help.
So he was cremated at this place. Name again? Oh, my name is Detective.
Name.
My name is Detective Lazaria. So the only way I'm going to be able to help you is just maybe saying a prayer.
Tell people my story.
So if this referring to the lady I am trying to, is this the lady that's asking me to tell a story? You can light up anything, especially a cat ball, if you want me to tell your story, referring to the person that I'm trying to get in contact with. Okay, the lady. You can maybe put your name, which you funny enough said name. If you can put your name, just like someone said name, if you can put the lady that I'm trying to get in contact, her name, I can tell her story. Hmm. The woods.
Woods.
The woods. And there might be some places where there's woods in this Edinburgh area. Lucifer.
Lucifer.
I don't know. This is obviously something dark. Like dark name. And there is no Lucifer. Just had to make sure. But yeah, there's no Lucifer. Mm. Okay. All right. Well, like I said, it's a cemetery. It's got almost 9,000. Oh, I was shot.
I was shot.
Well, it could have been anybody that was in the military. So maybe this is somebody who resides here that is. So we do have two. We have David Alexander Caldwell, who was shot down by an intruder. And this is 1920 to 1941. And then we have a Corporal Thomas Bernini, who accidentally shot at and then eventually was shot by a sergeant. You guys are definitely coming through. Is this you two that are coming through? Because it said I was shot, and then in the bio, these are the ones that mention the people getting shot at. Again, I was right. They were a sergeant and a corporal. And again, this is somebody who was 25. Gilbert.
Gilbert.
Okay, let me type in Gilbert real quick. There is a Gilbert Thompson without the P, Thompson. He was unknown to 1914. That's all I got. So we don't know anything about him, just this. So if it's Gilbert Thompson, hi, welcome. Impaled.
Impaled.
Impaled. All right, impaled. I don't know if this will work. I typed in impaled in the bio. No. If nobody mentions it, how you passed away, then I can't find you that way. But I'm sure there could have been somebody who was impaled. And sometimes while I'm waiting, I will type in Gilbert in the crematorium. And there are two. We got Gilbert Inkster, 1942 to 2013. This is a secret.
This is secret.
This is secret. And we have a Lieutenant Gilbert Pavey. Again, he unfortunately just has 1943. It doesn't say anything else. He was 51. Okay, someone mentioned some information about him in his bio. But it doesn't say how he was or how he passed away. So I'm not sure if this was them, but I did want to at least let them know that I'm going to look up both if I can. And my hand is hurting, so I got to shift it a bit. I was trying to hold it really tight so I can read this information. So is there any chance that lady, where apparently there was a famous monument structured around you, but unfortunately was vandalized and demolished in 1980, and only a portion remains? Warmth? Yes, warmth.
Warmth.
That is definitely something I need right now. It is getting a little chilly these days. It's raining, the temperature's dropping, it's definitely showing its sign of autumn. Brr. And, you know, my bed is definitely looking more cozier and cozier as I look at it. I'll be happy to be under some blankets. So I don't know. It'd be interesting if I could get a hold of that lady, but if not, maybe some spirits can tell me. Maybe her name. Maybe how she passed. And And since it's been very quiet for 45 minutes on the cat balls, maybe I'm just going to say, can I demonstrate? I'm going to demonstrate on my cat balls on how to utilize these. Again, this one. There you go. I just tapped it and it lights up. So again, it's just for you to be able to let me know you're there.
It's unpleasant here.
It's unpleasant here?
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Okay, how does that lady say anything and it's not even, like, I didn't even say the lady's name. Anyways. So again, just like you saw me, I did tap a cat ball and it lit up. That's the only way it'll light up, is if another, well, spirit taps it. So if I don't tap it and it lights up, it's a spirit. So if you want to let me know you're here, there's 4 other balls to tap, or the same one. And I'm just curious, how come I do get more activity with cat balls in some sessions and some I don't? I'm wondering why that is. Like when I had sessions with my family, I got cat balls. I don't know. Maybe they're too far away. I don't know. Is that a possibility? I mean, the energy to be able to do this from Scotland, I don't know. Just a thought. My lungs.
My lungs.
Well, someone mentioned my throat, and now I have my lungs. So did somebody pass away from pneumonia? I mean, there are 4 that mention it. We have George, who passed away from typhoid fever and pneumonia. He was only 3 years old. He was a child. Here's interesting last name, by the way. Robertson. Middle name, I mean. Right? What are the odds? It did say George earlier. And then I got George Robertson motion. Ah, maybe this is the George that was coming through earlier. And then we have David Fraser, who passed away of pneumonia in 1903. Then we have David Wilson, who passed away same year, 1903, of pneumonia. Then we have a surgeon and a lieutenant, Cedric Hordern, who died of pneumonia as well in 1915. How are you?
How are you?
I'm doing okay. How about you? I hope you're doing okay, spirits. Again, if you are from Warriston Cemetery of Edinburgh, Scotland. I did find what was interesting, because again, the last name, Robertson, is the last name of the lady. And what are the odds of me finding a George Robertson motion who passed away of typhoid fever and pneumonia at age 3? Obviously.
Obviously.
Okay. mean, obviously, it is definitely a coincidence, but I just thought it was. And then, oh, so we have at the crematorium, we have Thomas Middlemass, who passed away under a year old of pneumonia. 1946 to 1947.
I'm listening to everything.
And then we have Jeremy Peyton Jones, died of pneumonia at age 48. And we have David, what do you know? Well, I mean, it's spelled different. Or no, is it the same? I have to go back. David Motion Tate, who again died of pneumonia. It was from 1911 to 2007. He was 96. Scar.
Scar.
Oh, the 1400s again.
I'm from the 1400s.
Okay. Fortunately, it doesn't go that far, sadly. So when I get closer to the hour mark, which usually implies I gotta wrap things up, ideally it should only be 30 minutes, but I'm allowing you guys to speak. I didn't really get the lady's name or the color or how she passed away. So I don't know if you are going to be able to say that or not. But it is interesting how it did say sleeping, and there was a statue of a lady sleeping, which is referring to the tomb of the lady. But she was cremated, and her grave, the lady grave, is in India, where her husband put her. So she's got two places that she has an actual grave and a memorial monument. Busy?
Busy.
So you were busy? Too busy to mention it? That's fine. So I'll put in a link in the description of the lady. If you want to read more about that person, you can. But that's what supposedly is not like super haunting or anything, but that is what is known about that place. But you never know, she could be haunting the place. Maybe she's upset with the fact that they demolished her tomb. I mean, unfortunately, it was already vandalized, but they decided to completely demolish it, leaving just that portion.
Yes, I will.
Yes, you will say the name. Or yes, you will tap a cat ball. Or, oh wait, I did ask, will she be haunting the place? That's right. Sorry, I'm like realizing, what did I say before this? So again, I did say, would she be haunting the place because of the tomb that was there that was demolished? And she's upset that, they took away a beautiful monument. And so she's probably going to be like, well, okay, fine, I'll haunt this place. And it said, yes, I will. So there you go. So the lady said so herself. She will haunt the place if she hasn't already. Aggressive.
Aggressive.
Do you feel like you need to be aggressive because of your anger due to what happened to your monument? Or are you going to be an aggressive spirit to the ones that look suspicious, that might be visiting your
Very few talk to me.
Okay, which could be true because it's again a private, well, not really private, but they probably lock it up a lot, and so they don't allow visitors all the time. It's probably more for family now because of what has happened over the years. So yeah, well, here's a chance to speak again to the lady. I know that you don't really like completely reside here, but your monument does, or your tomb. And then again, here's, if I can get it without, so this is what I was hoping to get, that color, and of course that, but I didn't. But see how it says this? And then here's that.
Don't tell.
Oh, too late. Dang it, why do they say that when I'm showing people? Or that's why you're not saying anything? You're not telling me? So again, here's also this, so you know who it was. And her spelling of her middle name is off by either A-N-N or A-N-N-E. And then again, this is her Find a Grave page. Auntie again.
Auntie.
Auntie. She could have been an auntie. Yeah, this again, I'll just let you guys read it again. So there are two places, again, the one where he put her remains in this specific spot, which is over here.
Benjamin.
Benjamin. So, yeah. All right, Benjamin, I think you might be my last spirit to look up. Then I got to get going. So there are 9 Benjamins that reside in that cemetery. So here, if you want to look at it. But eventually I got to get going. Okay. Yeah. So this is Detective Lazaria. Who again was trying to get in contact with spirits at the Edinburgh Cemetery called Warriston. I'm probably butchering that name. Involving a specific lady, which I didn't get her name or the color that they supposedly mention of the tomb, I guess. But that's okay. It is what it is. Obviously no capitals either. All right. Well, thank you for coming over there.
Over there.
Over there. Of course you're going to say over there. Well, I would say it is over. I don't know what you mean by over there. But yeah. Yes, if you're referring to over there, as in her monument, that's over there. Yeah. All right. This is Detective Lazaria signing out.